Some letters arrive too late, and exactly when they should. My name is Anna, and I never thought I'd return to this valley. 30 years is a long time to forget a place, or a person, but autumn in Switzerland has its own way of calling you back. The quiet descent of leaves, the scent of cold wood smoke, the sound of wind that feels like memory itself. The house was smaller than I remembered. Stone walls, creaking floors, a window that opened to a forest painted in copper and gold. I came here to sort through what remained: furniture, notebooks, ghosts. In the old desk drawer, I found a bundle of yellowed envelopes tied with faded blue ribbon, my name written in that same elegant hand, Clara. I hadn't seen it since the day she left. I didn't open them right away. Instead, I built a fire, poured tea, and sat by the warmth, listening to the wood crackle. The letters lay beside me, patient, like the past waiting to be forgiven. When I finally untied the ribbon, the paper breathed with age. Her words, steady, emotional, restrained, spoke of things left unsaid, of days when we were too young to understand what we felt. She wrote about laughter, about silence, about wanting to say something she couldn't. By the third letter, my hands were trembling. And then, a knock on the door. At first, I thought the wind had shifted a shutter loose, but it came again, gentle, familiar. I opened the door, and there she was, Clara, her hair now silver at the edges, eyes still the same clear hazel. She smiled uncertainly. "I thought you'd burned those," she said softly, glancing past me to the letters on the table. "I almost did," I replied. She stepped inside, her coat damp from the mist. I poured another cup of tea without asking. The air between us felt fragile, full of things that had survived too long. She looked around, then met my eyes. "Do you still read by the fire?" "Only when I'm brave enough," I said. The wind brushed against the window. The fire popped. And for the first time in decades, I didn't feel alone in this house. The fire had burned lower, shadows trembling across the walls. Clara sat beside me, holding one of her own letters as if it were something fragile, a memory made of paper and air. "I never meant for you to read them," she said. "I know," I replied, "but I think I was supposed to." For a while, neither of us spoke. The sound of the wind filled the silence, brushing through the old shutters like an echo of time. The house smelled of tea, smoke, and rain-soaked wool. "I kept writing," she whispered, "even after you stopped answering. I thought maybe words could reach where distance couldn't." I smiled sadly. They did. Just 30 years later. Clara laughed softly, the same laugh I remembered, low, uncertain, but full of warmth. "I used to picture you here," she said. "Still reading, still waiting for snow. And you?" "I was waiting too," she admitted, "but life kept happening around me. It's strange how easy it is to stay busy with things that don't matter." Her gaze drifted toward the flames, her expression unreadable, a mix of peace and regret. I wanted to say something comforting, but all I could do was reach for one of the letters. "You wrote, 'There's a kind of silence that feels like love, the kind that never ends, even when people do.'" She looked at me, surprised. "You remembered that?" I never forgot. The firelight flickered over her face, softening the lines of time. For a moment, we were the same girls who once hid in the orchard, whispering dreams we didn't yet understand. Clara's hand brushed mine, by accident, or maybe not. The warmth of it was enough to make the years dissolve. "I came because I heard you were here," she said quietly, "and because I didn't want to regret it again." The wind outside softened, almost listening. "I think," I said, "it's time we finished reading." So we did. Every letter, one by one, until the fire turned to embers and the room was filled with the faint rustle of old words and new understanding. When she finally leaned her head against my shoulder, I didn't move. I just breathed. The scent of ash, of autumn, of something that had finally come full circle. Some loves don't fade. They just wait, like letters that know their way home.